In the early morning hours of March 26, 2025, Sammaquis Thompson, aka Lil Swerve, and 3 others are walking down 101st, in Prairie to be exact, in the Roseland neighborhood, looking to catch some ops. Then out of nowhere, Swerve thought that him and his guys were going on a hit, but what he didn't know was that this night, this hit was planned specifically for him, and he was the intended target. Now y'all know SCN loves some free cash, so I had to try this. And the good thing about it is, you could be in the bed, you could be at work, hell, you could be on the toilet and make money. Why not? Gas is high as hell out here, y'all. Get up to it. Either hit this QR code right here or click the link in the description and win some of this frizzle kizzle. Sometime around 5 in the morning, while most of Chicago was asleep, the streets of Roseland was already talking. A body laid out on 101st and Prairie. Multiple shots, cold sidewalk, no crowd jet, no candles, no RIP shirts, just police lights bouncing off dark brick buildings, while another young black man from Chicago became a hashtag before sunrise. Authorities later identified him as Sammaquis B. Thompson, 25 years old. But in the streets, they already knew who he was. QMB 083, the Quiet Money Boys. And before the police even finished putting tape around the crime scene, people online was already whispering the same thing. Shorty got backdoored. Not because he was weak, not because he wasn't respected, but because in Chicago, the most dangerous thing ain't always your ops. Sometimes it's the people you laugh with, the people you smoke with, the people you ride around every single day with. And according to street rumors that spread out this death, Sammaquis had crossed the line the streets never forget. Allegedly, he had been dropping locations to rival gangs. Some even believed he helped give up the location of Charlamagne Johnson, better known as Bigg Mexx, who had just been killed days early.
Murder victim left behind a pregnant girlfriend.
Evidence markers lay scattered on the ground, bullet holes in parked cars, the damage left behind after a shocking murder in broad daylight. We have blurred some of this video, but you can see a man standing in the middle of Evans Avenue near 47th, talking to someone in a dark SUV when 3 gunmen run up, firing shots. The man drops out of view while gunmen fire again, at times aiming at the people in the car.
Very scary. As it was happening, I have a 13-year-old, so my kid comes like, "Mom, I just seen some guys get in a car in the alley with ski mask on and a gun. I seen like a gun." So I'm like, what? And as she's telling me this, that's when we heard the second shots.
This woman lives near the crime scene and immediately tried to help.
I grabbed some towels. I ran out here,
but her efforts wouldn't work. The man was pronounced dead at the hospital. Even after the gunmen got in their own car, they stopped, shooting at the man on the ground before they left. Just about a mile away, police found that first SUV flipped just outside University of Chicago Hospital. We're told one person was hospitalized at that scene. But at the very end of this video, neighbors tell us the murder victim's pregnant girlfriend is the one who comes running into view. More kids watching from the window.
Now, whether every rumor true or not, that ain't even the point. Once the streets believe you disloyal, your expiration date already stamped. The streets immediately reacted. Because in Chicago, deaths don't happen individually no more. Everything connected. Every shooting creates another shoot. Every funeral creates another funeral. Every death creates another list. People began suspecting Bigg Mexx's location had been given away, that somebody close had played both sides, that somebody was talking too much. And eventually, those whispers started landing on Lil Swerve. Now let's stop right there, because this part important. A lot of people watching these stories from outside Chicago think betrayal in gangs is rare. It's not. It's actually becoming normal. It's the scary part. The streets changed. Back in the day, Loyalty was built through years. Now dudes switching sides over temporary emotions, money, fear, clout, jealousy, a favor, a girl, a rumor, one uncomfortable situation. That's all it takes. And once paranoia enters a game, everybody becomes suspicious. Who talking? Who texting ops? Who dropping lows? Who secretly trying to survive by sacrificing somebody else? That type of thinking destroys groups from the inside. And that's what makes Chicago so dangerous now. Half the time, dudes ain't even dying from random op encounters no more. They dying because somebody in their own circle opened that door, literally or emotionally. That's why people online keep using the word backdoor. Because in Chicago, the back door became more feared than the front. By March 2025, the energy around Lil Swerve allegedly started changing. People online started speaking on tension, trust issues, sneaky behavior. And once street rumors start building in Chicago, it spread like wildfire, especially online. That's another thing killing these young dudes. The internet. See, the internet turned street politics into public entertainment. Now everybody got opinions. Everybody picking sides. Everybody adding fuel. And when somebody gets accused of being disloyal online, that accusation become almost impossible to erase, even if it ain't fully proven. Because the streets operate off perception more than paperwork. If enough people believe you grimy, you already cooked. And once they found out about Lil Swerve backdooring Mexx, they decided they was going to get Swerve out of the way. That night on 101st and Prairie, you could tell it was planned strategically. Because as you could see, one man started running ahead of the crowd before it happened. So that once Swerve started running from the bullets that were coming from behind him, he would basically be boxed in. And this is how it all played out. The guy that was allegedly dropping lows got backdoored. And that's the streets of Chicago for you. Lil Swerve was eventually found shot to death in Roseland with multiple gunshot wounds. Just 25 years old. That's the part that should hit the hardest. 25. That ain't old. That's still figuring life out. That's still making mistakes age. That's still trying to become somebody age. But Chicago streets don't give a fuck how young you are. Once your name attached to street politics, you become old enough to die. It's been said that the 9-5 mob, 808, and Pocketown Alliance did this to him because he was dropping lows to NLMB. And here's the eye-opening truth nobody says enough. A lot of these young dudes don't even know what they really fighting for no more. The wars became inherited. Half these shorties inherited beefs from people they barely knew. They inherited dead homies, inherited hatred, inherited trauma, inherited revenge missions. And the crazy part, most of them never even get the chance to fully become themselves. Chicago got young men emotionally frozen at 15 years old. That's why so many street dudes move off emotion, pride, embarrassment, paranoia, and fear of looking weak. The streets teach young men to hide vulnerability. So instead of talking, they slide. Instead of healing, they retaliate. Instead of leaving, they double down. And eventually, everybody loses. That's what happens here. Even if Lil Swerve was dropping locations, think about how broken the environment already gotta be for that to even happen. Imagine living around people you scared of, people you don't fully trust, people you think might kill you first. That type of environment destroys loyalty naturally because survival becomes more important than brotherhood. That's the hidden truth about gang culture nobody want to say out loud. Most gangs ain't built on loyalty no more. They built on survival anxiety. And survival anxiety eventually turns friends into suspects. Chicago warfare today ain't just guns. It's information. Who knows where you at? Who knows who you with? Who knows your route? Who knows your girlfriend house? Who knows where you sleeping at tonight? That's why dropping lows became one of the worst accusations possible. A location today is more dangerous than an insult because one location can erase a whole life. And social media made it easier than ever. Dudes be posting restaurants while they still inside, posting cars in real time, posting Airbnbs, posting parties, posting after hour spots, trying to look lit, trying to look active, trying to look respected. Whole time, somebody watching quietly. Chicago became a city where attention could get you buried. That's why older street dudes always say, move quiet. But this generation grew up in a world where silence don't get likes. And unfortunately, the algorithm rewards recklessness. Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers in these senseless wars. This has been another SNTV production. It's your boy.